Hi there ladies and gentlemen, this is Eastwood for Life fan back with another video, and in this video it's a package that I received from my good buddy Chris. He sent us a couple of packages previously. A very generous guy that I've got to know. Big collector in foreign movie. I know he is trying to get me into more Asian cinema and giallo movies and foreign action movies also. So he sent us this package of titles from the kindness of his heart. I haven't got a clue what he has sent us this time, but we will check through this package. So it's near open, pre-opened it, so let's see what he's got. I don't think he would have sent us a note, and he sent us a hell of a lot again. So let's get through the first title. This one looks like a Asian horror movie. I saw The Devil, from the director of The Good, the Bad, the Weird and Old Boy, which I've seen recently. Really enjoyed that one, Old Boy. So it's from the same director. So this kind of looks like a Asian horror movie or Asian crime thriller movie. This one, not a fan of. I wouldn't say I'm not a fan of. Asian cinema is one of my weakest genre of movies. It's not that I won't watch Asian cinema, it's just that I haven't come across many Asian films. So any of these titles I'm not familiar with, guys, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Be really appreciative if you do. But this one, yeah, I saw The Devil. The next one is Blade of the Immortal. This looks like a samurai movie. It's from the legendary director of 13 Assassins. I've heard of that movie. Again, these types of movies I'm not too familiar with. I know a lot of these samurai movies influenced a lot of the American westerns and spaghetti western movies. And this director I have heard of. I don't want to say his name in case I butcher his name, but yeah, he's the 100th film made from Takashi Miike. Blade of the Immortal. That's a cool cover. This looks like a US edition with the slip cover. A great edition you've sent here, Chris. So it looks like a lot of Asian cinema in this package already. This one, Rapid Fire, Brandon Lee, the son of Bruce Lee. I have seen this movie back in the VHS days. I think this one's a pretty difficult title to track down. I'm sure there's a US Twilight Time release of this one. Bruce Lee's son, Brandon, taken away from us too early. Biggest film he made, I've got to say, would be The Crow, which I actually need to pick that one up. That's his. Yeah, he didn't make many action movies, but he did make a. He was very popular and probably could have developed into a bigger action star later on in his career, but yeah, tragic in what happened to in what resulted in his death, Brandon Lee. So yeah, many thanks for sending this one out. Don't think there's a UK Blu-ray release of this one, most probably a DVD, but yeah, Brandon Lee, Rapid Fire, action movie, that one. Speaking of action, one of Asian cinema's greatest action actors, Jackie Chan, Police Story. I do have the first 3 Jackie Chan movies in the Police Story franchise. I think he's made quite a few of these movies. This looks like a more modern day Police Story movie. I don't know how many they've made. This is probably the 4th one that I know of. Jackie Chan. The great thing about Jackie Chan, he always got involved in a lot of the action scenes and stunts. Always got involved in a lot of those scenes where I think he'd done a lot of the stunts himself. Jackie Chan. Oh, this one, Train to Busan. I have always wanted to see this movie, this Korean zombie movie. I actually made a recording of this on the UK horror channel. I know a lot of horror fans really recommend this movie, which I'm embarrassed to say that I haven't seen this zombie movie. I am really getting into zombie movies of late, especially the Walking Dead series, which is a series I can't stop watching. But yeah, I have seen the trailer of this, and this looks really creepy and intense. And this one is Cold in July. This one sounds familiar. Starring Michael C. Hall. He's the main star in the TV series Dexter, where he played the serial killer, the blood analyst. Haven't seen much work in his movies. I know he's more into movies now. And this one, Michael C. Hall and Sam Shepard and Don Johnson. Oh, great cast. This one, I do know about this movie. I think I had a conversation with Chris about this movie, and he really rated this one. Big fan of Don Johnson in Miami Vice and Nash Bridges. Very big TV star, and it just seems like he's now more accepted as a movie star nowadays. He doesn't mind doing the smaller roles or even playing a villain. Yeah, he's really developed into a good actor, Don Johnson. Cold in July, great cast, and I'm looking forward to watching this one, based on the novel. This one, Dan Stevens, The Guest. I'm not familiar with this one. The Bourne Identity crossed with the Terminator. That'll be a good mixture. Guys, if you've seen this one, let us know your thoughts. An absolute blast. Baby Driver, I am familiar with this one. Quite a few times I thought about picking this one up as I wouldn't say it's a blind buy, but I am familiar with the movie, seen the trailer. This one has major stars like Kevin Spacey and also an appearance from Jamie Foxx. I think this one's a heist movie, this one. And this one's a US edition, Baby Driver. And he sent me a copy of The Dark Knight. I do have the Dark Knight movies. Much prefer these Batman movies than the Tim Burton ones. Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, this is the newer franchise of the Spider-Man movies, which I haven't actually seen, I've got to be honest. Spider-Man with Captain America and the Mighty Thor, my favourite Marvel superheroes. I badly do need to see this one. This one looks like a US edition as well. Yeah, that's upside down. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. God, you sent a lot, and this one is Ryan Gosling in Drive, and this looks like a steelbook. A great addition this one is. I'm a big fan of this movie. Probably one of the roles that put Ryan Gosling up there as one of the big rising movie star. I do believe that this movie was influenced by Walter Hill's The Driver, starring Ryan O'Neal. They're both great movies in their own right, but this one's a fantastically well shot movie. Drive. I do have a release on Blu-ray on this one, but this one's a steelbook, and this one's a fantastic release. Do like that artwork. And I'm familiar with the Zavi steelbook, and this might be the second edition steelbook, or probably from another country. You'll have to let us know, Chris. But yeah, a nice edition, this one. And RoboCop 2, yeah, Chris is a big fan of the RoboCop franchise. I think in a conversation I told him I finally revisited the Arrow Video limited edition of RoboCop, which I watched a couple of weeks back. I haven't got a copy of RoboCop 2 and 3. The second one wasn't bad, but the third one was pretty poor, if I can remember. I don't think Peter Weller is in the third one. Correct me if I'm wrong. And this is the US Scream Factory Collector's Edition, which comes with a slipcover. So a nice US edition. He's back to protect the innocent. Yeah, I do like the old Scream Factory - Shout Select releases. And this one's another samurai movie, 13 Assassins. Yeah, I have heard of this one, and shamefully I haven't seen this one. So Chris is definitely trying to get me into Asian cinema more. It's not that I won't watch them, it's just I haven't come across many of these movies on TV or any of the satellite channels in the past, so I've never really had the opportunity to watch these movies until now. This one's Atomic Blonde. I am familiar with this one, starring James McAvoy. He was in the movie Wanted, which Chris sent us a US edition, collector's edition of, but this one got to be a blonde assassin movie, this one. A female assassin, I guess. Yep. And this one's The Purge. I don't know which one this one could be. Is it the first one? He made a series of these horror movies. It's a 4K Blu-ray edition. I haven't seen any of the Purge movies. I'm just being straight up with you. The Villainous. This one's an Asian cinema movie. I think it's about. This one's also about a female assassin, also an action movie. I am familiar with this release. This one's an Arrow Academy release. DVD. You sent me far too many titles, Chris, again, but I'm going to be really occupied in the next couple of months in watching a lot of these movies, the good, the bad, and the weird. A western. This one's a western. Yeah, this one's a western. I am familiar with this one, but a western I haven't seen. Kind of looks like a Indiana Jones type movie. Everything that the latest Indiana Jones flick should have been. Oh, okay. The Chaser. Not familiar with this one at all. More Asian cinema. And this one's Mother. Not familiar with these at all. And this one from the director of Election and Exiled, which I do have a copy of, which I do need to watch. How would I pronounce that movie? Not too sure. PTU or... And this one is a Ryan Gosling double bill of Drive and Only God Forgives. I do have Only God Forgives. I think mine's a fairly basic release, which actually I haven't seen. I think I picked up in a CX for a cheap price, but this one's a nice little set. Loads of extras, and you get Drive also in this edition, so it's a Ryan Gosling set. Revenge. This was a UK release of this on, I forgot the UK label now. Just got released in a special collector's edition, this one. Revenge. And there's still more. Cool. The Boondock Saints. Haven't heard of this movie. I am not familiar with it. Yeah, so guys out there, if you've know anything about this one, probably might be a J card inside or some info, but it's a steelbook. And there's still more. The Horde, the Die Hard of zombie flicks. This one looks like a one of the finest examples of zombie cinema. Oh, this looks like a good one. Probably influenced by The Walking Dead or one of the Fear of the Walking Dead series. And the last one is Color Out of Space, Nicolas Cage sci-fi movie from the producers of Mandy, which I really did enjoy. I am familiar with this one. This one's supposed to be a real crazy sci-fi movie. Did think about picking up the HMV was it first edition release. It comes in a nice collector's release on the HMV label, but I didn't pick that one up because I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to be getting with this. But this Nicolas Cage kind of is more missed than hit these days. So yeah, a load of movie titles that you have sent to us, Chris, and we'll do a little quick recap of what you have sent. So here are the Asian movies that Chris has kindly sent to us. I haven't seen any of these movies. Several of these titles I am familiar with. And also some Marvel movies. A couple of horror movies. And we get some revenge and action movies. Baby Driver. Always wanted to check that one out. And this one, I am not too sure what type of movie this one is. And then some Ryan Gosling movies. A cool steelbook of Drive. Cold in July. Great cast, that one. I definitely will look forward to checking that one out. A Nicolas Cage movie, a recent one, RoboCop 2. Brandon Lee in Rapid Fire, and Atomic Blonde. So guys, here are all the titles that Mr. Chris Jepson has sent to us. I don't know really what to say when somebody would send a load of movie titles to somebody. But yeah, I mean, what do you say? I mean, it's, you know, I don't know how to thank the guy, but I keep saying that I want to send a load of movie titles to him, and he keeps saying, don't be silly. But because, I mean, I have to show my appreciation, and I think, well, he likes the fact that I do a video and an unboxing. It's kind of my way to say a big thank you to him and him to see the video. I do hope for one day that he decides to put a channel on. He's very knowledgeable in foreign cinema, and if one has a passion for movies, then why not do a little channel and interact with us movie collectors on YouTube. So yeah, big thank you, Chris, for sending out these movies. I actually do have something that I want to send to you. You keep holding back your address for me not to send something out, but yeah, I mean, guys, let us know what you think of all these titles and some of the movies that I haven't seen. Comments would be appreciated, because I am not really too familiar with a lot of Asian cinema, but I will have to get involved in watching a lot of the best of Asian cinema that has to offer. So yeah, again, Chris, big thank you for sending out all these titles. You didn't have to, but you're a very generous guy, and I had to make a video to say a big thank you. And guys, I look forward to the comments. Let us know what you think of this unbelievable package that was sent to us. So guys, till the next video, stay safe and aware out there. I'll see you all in the next video. As always with physical media, keep on collecting.